Let me now share with you how the solution I have built works in action. So I have deployed it on the DAML Hub, and we can see the smart contracts being in action. So let's see that. So on the DAML Hub, I have uploaded my RAR file and the DAR file, and I have deployed it here. The ledger ID is mentioned here clearly. So I have added a couple of parties like the user admin, the exporter, and the importer, along with the default available parties. So let's see if we can do something. So the first one is for just onboarding the onboarding of the importer and the exporter. So let's see if I can, yeah. So here I can add the contract. So let me say, okay, I want my exporter or the importer to raise a request. As an importer, I am saying, okay, raise it to user admin. I am the importer here. I am importer to be onboarded. Okay. So as I can see in the user admin in the importer, we can see this smart contract is executed well, and then as a exporter, I can add another one. So I'm saying, okay, I want to be as an sorry, as an user admin, please onboard me. I am exporter, right? So let's submit that. And we have this transaction here as well. Now let's see as a user admin, if I see, so I have two requests, one for importer and another for exporter. So for importer, approve request. So yes, I want to approve this importer. And finally, for the exporter request, I want to approve this exporter. So let's say if I go to the importer contract, so here I can see now my choices. I want to issue a purchase order. So let's issue a purchase order. I want to select my exporter is as PO details, our first PO, and some amount, let's say $500. So let's say USD, and remarks goods, right? So we can simply submit it. And if we go to the exporter, so I can see that there is this contract ID, which is of purchase order, is available. So I can simply go, and as an exporter, what I can do is that I can simply accept this order, right? So I, as an exporter, I want to accept this order. So I have accepted. Now, so once I accept it, my shipment contract has been created, and my purchase order contract has been archived automatically. So that's the beauty of DAML, and I love this actually. So then what we can do is that as an exporter, let's ship the goods. I have shipped the goods here. So okay, let's ship it. And finally, what I can do as an importer on the shipment, I can claim the goods that I have shipped here, right? So once the goods are claimed, this is also being archived. So I can see that as an exporter, I have no other contract pending. As an importer, I don't have anything pending. And as a user admin, I have only importer and exporter. So the end-to-end transaction has been archived and it's just finished here. So here is my DAML solution. Uh, just a quick walkthrough over there. I have my couple of smart contracts here, or the templates that I have defined. Let's walk through them. So the first template I have created is the importer template, and the signatory is defined as user admin for that template. So the user admin can create this importer template or the smart contract. And I ensured that the user admin is not an importer here. I also defines the keys to maintain. And finally, this template has couple of choices. The first one is the issue purchase order, and the another one is the revoke importer. So the issue purchase order choice is a non-consuming choice. That means the contract which is being generated from this choice will persist, and this is being controlled by importer only. So that means that the importer can only, so that the importer is authorized to issue the purchase order, and the user admin is authorized to revoke the importer. The next template I've created is the importer request template. So this is the template which the importer will raise to be onboarded on the network. So the importer will request to be onboarded, and the user admin can approve the importer's request to be onboarded to create the contract, or reject the importer's request. Likewise, the exporter template also has a signatory as user admin, and it ensures that the user admin is not the exporter. The controller, this contract has a couple of choices, like the exporter can accept the purchase order. So that means the purchase order which was issued by the importer above can be accepted by the exporter here. So I am exercising a purchase orders choice, which is accept order, which I will walk through quickly in a while. And then another choice that exporter has is a release shipment choice, where the exporter can release the shipment. So that means when the exporter wants to release the shipment documents to the importer, so that the importer can claim, is available here. And finally, we have the exporter request. So this is where the exporter can raise a request to be onboarded on the network. And the user admin again can play a vital role in approving this exporter request or rejecting this exporter request. The next template I have is a purchase order template. So this purchase order template comprises some of the data, like the importer as a party, the exporter as a party, and date, details, amount, currency of the purchase order. So the signatory is importer. That means that only the importer is authorized to create this contract, and the observer will be the exporter, where we have implemented, I have implemented this as a privacy to the exporter, so that only exporter can see this contract and none other than even the user admin. So the importer and exporter, they can see this contract. And also I have ensured that the importer is not an exporter. So this contract has one choice, accept order. So basically, once this choice is exercised by the exporter, that means when the purchase order is being issued by a importer, the accept order choice will be exercised by the exporter, and which will then in turn create the shipment contract. So the shipment contract, let me take you to the shipment contract, where I'm having the details and the data for the shipment related to that. And here the signatory will be reversed. The signatory will be exporter and the observer is importer. So to ensure that the exporter and importer are not same, and this has two choices. One is ships goods. So the exporter can ship the goods, right? and the exporter so the exporter can ship the goods and the importer can claim the goods. And yes, these both are the consuming choices. That means the once this choice is executed, the underlying smart contract is being archived automatically.